Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and the Sudoku that we are featuring today is an average arrow Sudoku created by Philipp Blume. This Sudoku was taken from Logic Masters Germany portal and the Sudoku was created by him for a practice Sudoku for the upcoming German Sudoku competition that is going to happen from January 22nd to 25th on the Logic Masters Germany portal. The instructions booklet of the contest has already been published. I will add the link to the contest page in the description of the video. The authors of the contest are Richard Stock, Christoph Seeliger, and of course Philipp Blume himself. So without hesitation, we'll advise you guys to give the contest a go because all these authors are really excellent Sudoku authors who are established in the Sudoku world, and the quality of the Sudokus is going to be impeccable. So please give the contest if you manage to find the time for it. And for today's video, you will find the online solving link in the description of the video. Give it a try. And then come back to watch the video. Before moving on to the rules, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit the subscribe button below now. We'll really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Moving on to the rules, standard Sudoku rules apply. Every row, every column and each 3 by 3 box contains the digits from 1 to 9 without any repetition. The digits in circles are the arithmetic mean of the digits along each of the corresponding arrows. So you have a circle here, right? And starting from a circle, you have an arrow. There are many such circles here. So whatever digit comes here in this circle will be the arithmetic mean of the digits along the arrow. So arithmetic mean in the sense we have to sum up the digits along the arrow stem and then divide them by the number of digits that are in the arrow stem. So for example, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits along this arrow stem, which means that the total when divided by 9 will give you the arithmetic mean, and that digit has to be present in the circle. Digits may repeat along an arrow as long as they don't violate Sudoku rules. Okay, so you can have repeating digits along the arrow provided they don't violate the other rules. So you can have, for example, row 5 column 3 equal to row 8 column 5. There is no problem with that. So having said that, we'll start this Sudoku. This seems to be a good start to the Sudoku because it's very long and should be very restrictive. So the minimum sum of this 9 cell arrow is 6 plus 6 plus 6, right? You'll get a total of 1 plus 2 plus 3 here, and similarly 1 plus 2 plus 3 and 1 plus 2 plus 3. So total of 18. So which means that 18 divided by 9. So the minimum value here must be 2. Now let us see the maximum value. Maximum is going to be 789. Okay, 789 is ruled out. So which means that 72 is not an option for this 9 cell arrow, right? Because for 72 you need 24 here, 24 here and 24 here. But 8 is already here, which means 72 is ruled out. So the next lowest multiple of 9 is 63. So that is going to be possible, I think, because there are quite a few options for getting 63. So 63 divided by 9 will give you 7. So which means that this circle will contain all the values from 2 to 7. So can we reduce this any further? Okay, can you have a 2 here? So which means all these values must be 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is not possible, guys. That is instantly not possible. So I will tell you why. Because all these cells will be 1, 2, 3 if you have a 2 here, right? Because the sum has to be 18, so that when divided by 9 you will get the arithmetic mean as 2. But you instantly see that along column 4 we have 4 cells which have 1, 2, 3 as locked candidates. That is not going to be possible. So this option is instantly ruled out, right? So 2 is ruled out as an option, which means 3 to 7 can be possibilities. So if you have 3, the sum of the digits along this arrow must be 27, which seems very likely. But there is no way to prove whether that is the case. Okay, let us move on somewhere else. Maybe let us look at this arrow. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the arrow stem, which means that the sum of the digits will be a multiple of 6, and the minimum sum of 6 digits is going to be 21, right? 1 plus 2 plus up to 6 will be 21. So which means the next highest multiple of 6 is going to be 24. So 24 by 6 is 4. So you can have a 4 value here. And if you have a 30, which is the next nearest multiple of 6, you will have 5 here. Okay, 5 is ruled out as an option, so 5 is not going to be there. So the next highest multiple is 36, which gives you 6 as the arithmetic mean. And the next highest multiple is 42, which gives you 7 as the arithmetic mean. Okay, so these are the values here. So can we have 4 here? If you have a 4, all these digits will sum up to 24, right? Okay, so in this box, if you look at the total of the digits, the total in any box, row or column is 45. Sum of digits from 1 to 9. So if you have 4 here, these 6 digits sum up to 24, and 24 plus 4 is 28, which means that these 2 digits must sum up to 17. So that gives you 8 and a 9 here, but that is instantly ruled out, right? Because you cannot have the average of 2 digits as 9, because then these 2 digits will sum up to 18, which is not going to be possible. So we can rule out 4, which is good for us. 4 is not an option here. So 6 and 7 are the only possible options. If you have a 6 here, then the sum of these digits would be 36. 36 plus 6 is 42, and which gives you 3 as the sum of the remaining 2 digits. So which means 2 has to be here and 1 has to be here, because 1 can't be in a circle. And this seems likely because 2 digits can sum up to 4, which gives you arithmetic mean of 2. So there is no problem with this. Can you have 7 here? If you have 7, then all these digits will sum up to 42. Okay, this is ruled out, guys. This is instantly ruled out, because if you have 7, all these digits will sum up to 42, and 42 plus 7 is 49, which is taking the sum more than 45. We could have ruled out at the start itself. So this is 6, which means this becomes 2 and this becomes 1. So we have got our first few digits. So, and 2 means these 2 digits will sum up to 4. So which means 1 and 3 are the only possibilities here, because 1 is here. So this circle helped us a lot, really. So let us look at the symmetrically opposite circle. Maybe this will also help us. So it can't have 1, 3, 5, 6, right? So the only options are 2, 4, 7, 8 and 9. And this is also an arrow which has 6 digits along its stem. So which means that the minimum sum is going to be 24. Minimum sum is 21, of course, but the next nearest multiple of 6 is going to be 24. So 2 is ruled out, and 7, 8, 9 are instantly ruled out, right? Because if you have 7, then this sum of these 6 digits would have to be 42, and that takes you a total above 45. So 7, 8, 9 will be instantly ruled out. So this will be a 4, which means that sum of these digits must be 24. So that 24 by 6 gives you arithmetic mean as 4. So you get a total of 28 from these cells. So these two cells must sum up to 17. So which means this would have to be 8, because 9 is not possible here, and this would have to be 9. And since 8 is the arithmetic mean, these two digits sum up to 16, and there is only one possible way to do that. So 9 and 7. That's good, guys. This Sudoku has a really feel good feel to it. I'm not sure how to explain it. It is really fun to solve. So 4, 7, 9, 1, 3, 6. Remaining candidates along column 5 are 2, 5 and 8, right? So we can't do anything with this circle anymore, because there are too many options. Similar this circle. The next longer circle maybe is this one. We can go to this, or maybe we can go to this one. Okay, let us go to this, because it has quite a long arrow stem, right? And it has 3 arrow stems originating from it. Okay, so what are the possible values here? The minimum sum here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 1 plus 2, which is 13. Okay, and there are 6 cells along the arrow stem, so which means that it has to be a multiple of 6. Okay, this is interesting, guys. It has to be a multiple of 4 as well, because you have 4 cells along this arrow stem, and it has to be a multiple of 2 as well. So it has to be, whatever comes here has to be a multiple of 2, 4 and 6. That is interesting. That is very interesting. So whatever comes here has to be a even digit, right? It is safe to say that, because you know that when it is a multiple of 2, then this would have to be, no, ignore what I said. This can be an odd digit also, because for example, uh, you can have a sum of 14 from here, and you can have an odd digit here, right? Okay, let us continue. So the minimum sum is going to be 13 from here, and it has to be a multiple of 6, so which means that the next nearest multiple is 18, so this would have to be 3 at least. It can be 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8, right? 7 and 9 are ruled out. Okay, 8 is not going to be here, right? Because if it is 8, then these two cells must sum up to 16, which is clearly ruled out. So 8 is not possible. Can we have a 6 here? These two cells sum up to 12, which is possible. If you have a 6 here, then all these cells must sum up to 36, right? So that 36 divided by 6 will give you the sum as arithmetic mean as 6. Wow, 6 is ruled out due to this arrow, guys. Beautiful. This is really beautiful, guys. I'm using each of the arrows to eliminate the possibilities one by one. So if you have 6 here, you know that the length of this arrow is 4. So which means that the sum has to be 24 to get the arithmetic mean as 6. And you have already 3 from these two cells. Remaining two cells must sum up to 21 to get 24 total, which is not possible. So 6 is also ruled out. So you have 3, 4 or 5. Can you have a 5? If you have a 5, then these two cells must sum up to 10, which is possible. And these two cells must sum up to 5 fours or 20, and 17. These two cells must sum up to 17, which is also possible. And these cells sum up to 5, 6 or 30, which is, there are so many options. Okay, let us leave the 5. Let us move on to 4. Just a second, guys. My battery is low. I need to charge my... Sorry for that. My laptop battery was low. So, can this be a 4? So, if you have a 4 here, then these two cells must sum up to 8, which is ruled out. Superb, guys. This is superb. If you have a 4 here, then these two cells must sum up to 8, which is not possible, because 1 plus 7, 2 plus 6 and 3 plus 5 are all ruled out. So, this is not a 4. So, can you have a 3 here? These two cells sum up to 6, and again they are ruled out, because 1 plus 5 and 2 plus 4 is not an option. Superb, guys. Superb. This cell is really crucial, I think. So, this would be a 5, which means these cells sum up to 20, and which means these two cells must sum up to 17. So 8, 9 is the only option here. These two cells sum up to 10. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7 are ruled out. So this would have to be 4, 6. Wow. Very, very fun to solve Sudoku, guys. So this will be 2, 5, 8, but 8 is here. So this would be 8. Which means that 2, 5 has to go here. And because of the 5 here, this is a 2 and this is a 5. Wow. Superb. And 8 here gives a 2, 5 pair in row 1 column 5 and row 9 column 5, but 2 is here, so which means this would be a 5 and this would be a 2. So we have got some very fast digits. Okay, so where do we continue now? Maybe this arrow is a good place to look at, because it is having 4 cells along one direction and 3 cells along one direction, which means that this would have to be a multiple of 3 and 4. So it cannot be 1, 3, 8, 9, right? Because, oh, I'm sorry, what am I doing? So the minimum sum along this arrow stem has to be 20. right? Because it's a multiple of 4. Oh wait, there is one more arrow stem originating from here, guys. So we could use this also. So 13 plus 2 is 15, right? So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this would have to be 5. Instantly we could have written. And these 4 cells sum up to 20. So 17 is here. So these 2 cells must sum up to 3, which means that 2 and 1 are the only options, because 2 is here. So and these cells must sum up to 15 again. Okay, using the 8 we can resolve this 8-9 pair, and which gives us an 8 here, looking along 8s. So you have an 8 here, so that gives you an 8 here, which means these 2 cells must sum up to 7, right? Because you have 15 along this arrow stem. So these 2 cells must sum up to 7. So they can only be 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 is ruled out, which means correspondingly this would be 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 4 and 1 are ruled out, which means correspondingly 3 and 6 will be ruled out from here. So it's either 4 plus 3 or 5 plus 2. Okay, 5 plus 2 is ruled out, so this would be a 4. Super. So this is a 4, this is a 3, and you have 15 along this arrow stem. And this 4 resolves this 4, 6 pair immediately. 5, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4. So remaining candidates are 1, 3 and 7, right? So you have 1, 3 here, so this would be a 7, and these 2 cells must be 1, 3, and you have 1 here, so which means this would be a 1 and this would be a 3. Okay, 2, 7 is in row 4, so you get a 2, 7 pair here, and this would be a 4, 6. So these 2 cells must be 6, 9 now for the row, and this would have to be a 3. So we have eliminated some options from here. I think 3 and 5 are ruled out, so this is not a 3 or a 5. So it's only 4, 6 and 7. And I don't think we can resolve this yet, right? Because there's still too many options left. So the best way to continue, I think, is to look at this circle. It cannot be 1, 2, 5, 8 or 9. So it can only be 3, 4, 6 and 7. So you can't have a 3 or a 4, I think. Can you have a 3? If you have a 3, then these 3 cells must sum up to 9 without the 1 and the 3, which is not possible, because without the 1 and the 3, the minimum sum will be 2, 4, 5, which is going to be 11. So 3 is ruled out. So it can only be 4, 6 and 7. Can you have a 4? Which means these cells must sum up to 12, 4 multiplied by 3. So, and you need to sum up to 12 without the 1, 4 and 5. So those cells can be 2, 3, 7. Okay, it seems likely. So let us see if we are getting something else. We have a 9 in column 3 and 9 in row 2, which means one of these 2 cells will contain a 9. And now that rules out 4. Beautiful, guys. So if you have a 4, we know that the sum is 12. And since you have a 9, the remaining 2 cells must sum up to 3 without the 1, which is not possible. So this is not a 4, so it's only 6 or 7. I think we can resolve this because we got one digit. If you have a 6, this would be 18. So 9 more. 1, 8, 4, 5, 3, 6 are ruled out. So this will be 2, 7. Okay, 9, 2, 7 is an option. So let me write the possibilities. And if you have a 7 here, these cells must sum up to 21 with the 9. So 21 minus 9 is 12. And we need 12 from 2 more cells without the 7 and the 9, which means they can only be 4 and 8, right? So they also can be 4, 8. So these are the possible options here, right? Depending on whether this is 6 or 7. Okay, it's not yet getting resolved, but we know that 9 is in one of these cells, which means that 9 must be in one of these 2 cells. Okay, there is an 8 in column 8 and column 9, which means 8 must be in one of these 2 cells. But 8 is in row 3, so that gives you an 8 here. Superb, this is really helping us, guys, because these two 8s force 8, 9 pair here. So 4, 7 can be removed now. So this would be 8, 9 pair, which means this is not 8. So 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 2 is 19, which can never be a multiple of 6 or 7. So it would have to be a 4. So 4 plus 8 plus 9 is 21, which means that you get a 7 here, because 6 is ruled out. And which means this is not a 7 anymore, this is 4, 6. and these 3 cells must be 2 3 6, but you have a 3 here, so this is a 2 6. Okay, so using classic rule in box 2, 1 5 can't be in column 3, 1 5 can't be in row 3, so 1 5 would have to be locked here, and these cells must be 3 6 and 7. Okay, there is a 7 in row 1, so 7 can't be here. A really good practice Sudoku, guys. I would have really accepted it even if this were a contest Sudoku. It has everything in it to be a contest Sudoku, a high pointer contest Sudoku. Okay, column 7 and 9 have a 5, which means 5 must be in one of these two cells because 5 is in row 3. Okay, 5 is in row 7 and row 9, which means 5 would have to go here because of 5 is in column 2 and column 3. There is a 4 here, which means we can resolve this 4 6 pair. Okay, there is an 8 in column 6, which means 8 must be in one of these two cells. I think the Sudoku has slowly shifted gears, guys. If you look closely, we are using a little bit of classic now. A 6 is here, so 6 could be eliminated from here. And there is a 3 here, which means that this would have to be a 7. And this would be a 3 6 pair. So these two cells must be 3 and 8. 2 4 6 9 1 5 7. So they would have to be 3 and 8. So 1 2 5 6 3 and 8. So these cells must be 4 7 9. So which is the best place to continue from here? Okay, we have a 2 3 6 triplet in row 2, 4 8 9 2 3 6. So these two cells must be 1 5 7. But you have 5 7 in column 9. So this would have to be a 1. And which means this is a 5, this is a 1, this is a 7, this is a 5. Okay, so we know that 3 is in row 3, which means that 3 must be in one of these two cells, which means this would have to be a 6 and this would have to be a 3, and this can't be a 6 anymore, so this would have to be a 6, and these two cells must be 2 and 9. Sorry, these two cells must be 2 9, but you have a 2 in column 7, so this would have to be a 9, this would have to be a 2, and this is going to be 4 or 6. The 8 here, okay. Okay, along column 8, there is only one cell for the 1, so 1 would have to be here, which means this would be a 6 9 because you have a 1 here, so 1 can't be here, and that gives us a 1 in box 7. So these two cells must be 2 3 4 for the column 3. I think this has become very restricted now, guys, right? Because we have got so many digits here, I think we should be able to resolve this now. So can you have a 6 here? We know that if you have a 6, the sum of the digits along the arrow stem must be 6 multiplied by 9, which is 54. Can we reach 54 from the available digits? 7 plus 1 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 plus 7, which is 20. And 20 plus 1, 21. So to reach 54, we need 54 minus 21, 33, right? So we need 33 from these cells, from 3 cells, which is never possible. So this cannot be a 6. So 6 is ruled out. So this is 4 and this is 6. And that resolves the 6 9 pair immediately, which gives us a 9 here. Which means this can't be a 9. Okay. So along column 9, so these two cells must be 2 4. And these 3 cells must be 3 6 7 for the box. Okay, you have a 6 here, so 6 could be eliminated from here. So just for verifying, I think we can add the digits along this to see if they are multiple of 4. Oh, actually we can help, that will help us resolve these sum of these two digits. Okay, so we know that if it's 4, the sum of the digits must be 36, 4 multiplied by 9. So 1 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3, which is 14, 17, 19, 20, 27. So we are getting 27 here, which means these two cells must sum up to 9 to get 36, and the only way possible is 3 and 6. So this would be a 7, this would be a 6, this would be a 3. This can't be a 7. 1, 2, 6, 3, 5, 8. So remaining digits would be 4, 7, 9. But you have a 4 in column 1 and column 2, so that gives a 4 here. So these two cells must be 7, 9. And 4 gives a 7 here, classic rule, and that gives a 9 here. You are slowly about to complete the Sudoku. So how do we continue here? So I'm not sure we can resolve this parrot. Let us wait. So can we resolve these arrow? We know that the sum along this arrow must be 30, right? 5 multiplied by 6, because there are 6 arrow stems. So you have 1 plus 5 already, which means these 4 cells must sum up to 24. That seems helpful, but again there are too many possibilities. Oh, we can place the 6 here, right? Row 7 and row 8. I was just looking for the classic part and we got a 6 here. So this could be a 6, because 6 is in row 7, row 8 and column 1. So this would be a 6. And that is not helping us now. But now I think this arrow can be resolved fast, guys, right? Because we have 1, 5 and 6 which sum up to 12. And we know that these 3 digits must sum up to 18 now to reach 30 total. And there are only 4 cells left along column 1. So which are 2, 7, 8 and 9. 2 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 26. And for these 3 cells must sum up to 18. We need to remove the 8 from it. So this would have to be 8. Which means this would be 9 and this would be a 2, 7, 9. But 7 and 9 is here, so which means this is 2, and correspondingly this would be 2 and 7, and this would be 7 and 9. And this 2 gives a 2 here and a 3 here. This must be a 3, 4 pair, and this 2 resolves this 2, 4 pair, 2 and 4, and which in turn resolves this 3, 4 pair, and this would have to be 8 now, and this would have to be 8 and 3. And with that, we have completed this super fun to solve average arrow Sudoku by Philipp Blume. This is an excellent construction, Philip. We were really happy to solve this Sudoku on the channel, and happy to have made a video on it too. So if you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku, please let us know your thoughts in comments. We'll be happy to hear what you think about the channel and about the solve. So hope to see you all soon with the video. Take care until then. Bye bye.